Welcome back. I ran into a little bit of a problem as I was putting the coolant trays onto my Tormach mill here. So this is a possible fix if you've encountered a similar problem. So basically what's happening is was I went to screw on the coolant tray, and some of these holes were stripped out, and by the time I got all the bolts in for this first side, it wasn't holding it down all the way. And I'll insert a picture here that shows you basically what it looked like. So there's many ways to fix that problem. This is just sheet metal that's been over, and I need to make it a slip that where the coolant tray bolts to. So it's not real thick, so you can't really tap it to a bigger size. So there's not enough material there to hold a bigger thread. So there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but what I decided to do was use rivet nuts to give a new, larger bolting surface, a larger threaded surface for the tray to hold onto. It should provide a much better hold and a longer lasting thread than the current sheet metal. So basically, rivet nuts are these little, basically they're like a traditional rivet, except it's hollow in the center. It has a thread as a traditional nut would. Basically what I need to do is drill out all these holes. These are M6 holes. Drill them out to 10 millimeter, and then using these rivet nuts and all this sort of bigger picture here. So I'll take the rivet nut, and then there's a rivet nut kit I got from Marson Tools in California. Basically, it looks like a traditional rivet gun, but it's a little bit different because it has a draw stud. Instead of using the rivet as the stud that's causing the rivet to be squeezed. So basically, the way this works, you screw the rivet on there, and you stick it in your hole, you squeeze, and this top portion will expand, creating the seal around the metal that you're putting it in. And these rivets I bought, they have some serrations on here to give it a better gripping surface, so it the rivet won't spin in the hole once it's fastened down. Some of them don't have those, some do. It just depends on what your application is, I guess. So basically that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what it looks like as I go. So with all the holes I can access drilled out now, basically the way this tool works is you take your stud and you thread it onto the rivet gun here. So the draw stud is flush with the end, and then you stick it in the hole. Takes a little bit of force, and then the way it works the same as a traditional rivet gun. You squeeze it, and then you just unthread the draw stud from the screw, and there is our completed rivet nut. We'll do one more. Have the stud threaded on there. Push it into the hole. Squeeze it. And then thread the draw stud. I'll just go ahead and do that all the way around, and then we'll be able to put the cover back on, or the coolant tray. As you can see, I now have the trays back on, and all the rivet nuts worked out perfectly. I have some pictures here with just this first tray on, to see like a before and after of how the coolant tray was hanging. If you have any trouble with those threaded or the sheet metal screws or threads on here, I think the rivet nuts are a good way to fix any problems you have with that.